Hi everybody and welcome back. First off, before I go any further, my apologies for last night being late. The show actually started on time before everyone in the Foothills feed. The show did not come on. As I told you earlier in the week, I completely dismantled this studio all the way down to nothing and put it back and rearranged some things. After putting in a new computer, we realized there were a few other things that needed to be done. And in doing so, I just had a wire that got a short in it. It's as simple as that, a power wire that to a power supply that had a short in it that caused and wreaked a lot of havoc until I figured out what it was, so my apologies. So hope you understand. With that said, we'll get straight to news tonight. Before I leave you for an active weather weekend, we're looking at 1 to 3 inches of snow on the back end of this weekend, and temperatures, again, just as brutal as we were talking about last evening. A fatal accident in Floyd County this afternoon. Limited details right now, but I know that sometime around 3 o'clock, officials there, EMS and law enforcement, responded to a multi-vehicle crash in Minnie at the new Route 680, on New Route 680 rather, at the end of the Minnie Bridge. That's with the intersection of Route 1101. They had to close traffic down in both directions while they were attempting to respond to that crash. Again, a number of vehicles involved and at least one fatality has been confirmed by the Kentucky State Police. And that's the only information I have as of airtime for you. Top local stories tonight center around 2 reports here in McGoffin County. One, a structure fire that sent, as I understand, 4 people, including parents and children, to a hospital or hospitals last night, and the female and the mother of that family appears to be the most seriously injured. I'll have that for you in just a few moments. But also happening last night, local law enforcement catching pounds of methamphetamine on the Mountain Parkway. They're still unsure where it was destined for, not 100% sure as to who the man is they have in jail for those charges of trafficking and otherwise. But here's what McGoffin County Sheriff Bill Meade can tell me, as well as you tonight, that around 11:30 last night, his deputy Tyler Lafferty and Mike Nichols with the Sagersville Police Department were on patrol together, and they saw a vehicle on the Mountain Parkway, and they conducted a traffic stop for a traffic violation, a simple traffic violation. And upon approaching the vehicle, they could smell marijuana, to which the driver agreed to having marijuana in the car, and a subsequent search turned up much more than just a little marijuana. 2 pounds of meth more.
At that time, they asked him to step out. They conducted a search of the vehicle. During the search of the vehicle, there was 2 large, about a pound in each bag. It was a vacuum-sealed plastic bag of what appears to be methamphetamine. So there was a total of 2 pounds altogether that was recovered. With this amount of weight, we're probably going to take this to the federal grand jury.
And while officers say this man is the suspect they arrested, and the name he gave them was Cortez Thomas Harris, he had no driver's license on him, no official ID, and gave them no other information. And is believed to be from the Detroit area. The vehicle being tagged in that area, but also registered to a leasing company, as authorities are still working to confirm his actual identification while he sits in the Big Sandy jail under, again, Cortez Harris.
Mr. Cortez was charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, no operator's license, and reckless driving. This is obviously a pretty significant bust. As I've mentioned on numerous occasions, there's a lot of meth, large quantities of meth that travels up and down our highways here. Of course, the Mountain Parkway is one of those major arteries into this area. This kind of goes along with the original plan that we had whenever we took office, that we're wanting to concentrate on the drugs coming into this county and specifically the larger quantities coming in. We haven't done a lot of press releases or anything like that here in the past since we've been in office, but just to kind of give you an idea of what we have done over the last 2 years. Over the last 2 years, we have conducted about 207 drug cases. Part of those have been adjudicated in state court. We've had We've had about 3 good federal cases that's been adjudicated in federal court. We've got 1 pending right now, and then we've got quite a few that's remaining to be indicted. I'm really pleased with the job that my deputies are doing. They're out hustling and doing what I want, what I ask of them in the beginning. That was, I want you to cover the county. I want you to hit all parts of the county as we can. And sometimes that's kind of tough. McGoffin County is a pretty decent sized county, and our call volume it's pretty significant. In one year, we responded to a little over 6,600 calls for service. And then the other year, we responded to over 5,200. And that's quite a load whenever you're looking at a small office with about 7 officers altogether, and part of those being volunteer special deputies. But we remain dedicated and vigilant in this war against drugs here in McGoffin County.
Harris also had several $100s on his person, and the sheriff also asked me to again encourage everyone to please call the sheriff's department and contact any law enforcement authorities that you can anytime you suspect illegal or drug activity going on here in the McGoffin County area. And they stress that they just need the information. You do not have to give your name unless you so choose to do so, and you can remain anonymous. I'll be right back. For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, our mission has been to provide quality healthcare close to home. Now, as part of the mission, we're proud to announce our new Women's Health Mobile Clinic. We will be traveling to 5 counties to ensure that transportation is not an issue when it comes to your health. We can even arrange transportation from your home to the mobile clinic. Services include prenatal and postpartum visits, 4D ultrasounds, lab work, and wellness exams. For an appointment, call 606-263-6195. Big Sandy Healthcare, truly bringing quality healthcare close to your home.
SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Every season brings its own challenging driving conditions, and some more than others. Stay up to that challenge at Conley's. Check out their monthly specials on the best tires. Their $35 computer diagnostic and over 30 years of brakes and oil and maintenance to keep you rolling. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and ConleyTire.net.
Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood, the dynamic duo from television's Whose Line Is It Anyway, are coming to town, and they're asking for trouble.
Our show is completely made up.
Prepare for a side-splitting interactive extravaganza as these improv wizards hit the stage, serving up a night of unscripted comedy gold.
It sounds like a big waste of time and a lot of money.
It is.
Don't miss Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood. Catch them on Sunday, May 18th at the Mountain Arts Center. Get your tickets today at macarts.com.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
The fire department is still trying to determine exactly what caused the fire, even where it started in this home. But in the downtown Royalton area on Post Office Road, One, and if not two, people inside suffered serious injuries. 2 children were also taken by other family members, I believe, for smoke inhalation to an area hospital after a fire broke out here late last night or early this morning. It was just before 2 a.m. at the fire department, District 3 Fire Department personnel were called to this home on Post Office Road, right in downtown Royalton, across from the Dollar General, where the wife of this family is the manager, I am told. The Jasper and Tammy Tate residence was the scene last night or early this morning of a fire, the origins of which are still unknown. But I did speak with Tanner Stevens of the District 3 Fire Department and some others who were on scene. I still have a great deal of details that I don't have, but what I've been able to gather up to this point and before airtime is that a 911 call summoned them early in the morning, and when they arrived, they found that the husband and 2 teenage, I believe, children had gotten out of the residence, and that the teenage son had actually gone back and knocked an air conditioning unit, a window air conditioning unit, out of one of the windows to be able to get his mother out of the home. She suffered serious burns to her hands and other portions of her body and was at last report in critical condition, according to family members, at the Cabell Huntington Hospital after being transferred there from Paintsville ARH. I also have unconfirmed reports that the husband, too, was transferred to Cabell Huntington for his injuries, while the 2 children, were treated for smoke inhalation after being transported by a family member to Paintsville ARH. The home was a complete and total loss. And again, all 4 only made it out with just the clothes that they had on. With the Kentucky legislature back in session, hundreds of bills will be brought for their attention. One of those is House Bill 15, and it seeks to lower the age at which a teenager, can get their driver's permit here in the state of Kentucky. Those in support of it say and cite that our neighbors, Tennessee, West Virginia, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, all allow learner's permits at the age of 15, while Ohio and Virginia allow them at 15 and a half. And representatives are aiming to seek consideration and discussion to lower that to the age of 15 here in the Commonwealth. Now, that would be when a teenager could get his permit. There's no law, of course, stating when they would have to, but experience is one of the arguments behind the move. Here's tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar, and the best way to start off is... That's right, birthday wishes tonight, a little early. Her birthday is actually this Sunday the 19th, but it will be late if I wait till Monday. So happy early birthday to Sherry Arnott. Love your husband, your daughter, your mom, and a whole lot of family and friends. The happiest of birthdays to you this Sunday, Sherry Arnott. Happy birthday to you. Quick reminder, the Water Into Wine Food Pantry has their first regular commodity date of the month of February. Yes, February will be here before you know it, and I still don't have much to put on the calendar. So Wednesday the 5th, falling pretty early this month, and that's important to know, 9 to 11, and then Thursday the 20th will be their senior commodity day, and I'll remind you about that and other things on the calendar when I see you next week, I do believe, as the weather's going to eventually give us a break, and we'll get back to normal on the calendar. That's how you, of course, get birthdays and anniversaries and those important announcements on the show, so do that whenever you can. Funeral service announcements tonight begin with a reminder of services to start in the morning at 11 for 59-year-old Mickey Marshall of Little Rose Fork. He passed away Monday, survived by sister Carrie Sue Bailey, brothers Ricky and Dewey Marshall. Services again start in the morning from the Salyersville Funeral Home at 11 o'clock. Services will start this Sunday afternoon at 1 for 83-year-old Dolly Arnott, Dolly M. Carty Arnott of Salyersville. She passed away yesterday at Paintsville ARH, the daughter of the late Will and Molly Howard Carty. She survived by a son, Randolph Arnott Jr., a sister, Theda Salyer, and a brother, Shannon Carty. She was preceded in death by her parents and her husband, Randolph Arnott, and brothers D.M. and R.C. Carty. Services start Sunday at 1 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home Chapel, and visitation will be tomorrow evening from 6 until 9. Jeff Jerome Back. Jeff Back, 53 of Salyersville, passed away Wednesday at Mountain Manor Nursing and Rehab in Paintsville. The son of Ralph Lee and Merlene Kahn Back, he survived by his parents, his wife Stella, brother David Lee, special nephew Austin Lee back, and a host of family and friends. Services for Jeff are going to be held this coming Tuesday, the 21st, from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be Monday evening from 6 until 9. And in lieu of flowers, the family has requested that contributions be made to the Memorial Fund at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And Junior Reisner of Hazel Green passed away on today's date in West Liberty. The son of the late Lloyd and Dora Reisner. He's preceded in death by his brothers as well, Lacey, Johnny, Odell, Roosevelt, Elwood, Ray, Johnny, and Codell Reisner, and his sisters Ressie Roark and Mary Louise Roark. Funeral arrangements in his honor are incomplete at this time, but to be announced soon by the Sayersville Funeral Home. You can call it low carb because it is ultra low carb. And you can also call it one of the tastiest meals ever. Seasoned roast breast strips are perfect green beans, and cooked cabbage so good that sometimes I just get a pint of it and a Diet Pepsi and make it a meal. All you have to do is make your way to your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
Getting your prescription filled by Sayersville's oldest, most trusted pharmacy is only one of so many other reasons to stop by. Tasty reasons like hot soups, hot dogs, chicken salad, loaded Dorito nachos, iced and specialty coffees, hand-dipped cones, and milkshakes. It's a tradition and a destination. It's Fraser's Prater Drug in downtown Sayersville.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
And most importantly, let's talk about your weather forecast. There's been some changes. We have some snow estimates for the weekend, and we also have temperatures plummeting on one night even lower than what we were talking about 24 hours ago. Let's take a look back on our day in weather history. 1982 was a long time ago. Doesn't feel as such for those of us who were around, and had at least a couple of years on us by then. Maybe 10, 12. Nevertheless, 1982, we were covered by a blanket of snow in eastern Kentucky. Frigid Arctic air, sound familiar? The low temperature at both Jackson and the London Corbin Airport was a minus 15. That was a new record low set at both sites, and I think those still stand. We're not going to break that in your 7-day, thank goodness. But we're going to get close to zero on a couple of nights. Now, wind chills are certainly as well going to maybe put us a little bit below zero on the mercury. Accumulating snow now is becoming a little more increasingly likely across eastern and southeastern Kentucky, with frigid conditions expected Monday through Wednesday. The coldest conditions Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Before we take a look at in more detail at that, let's take a look at some current numbers. 56 degrees. I am reading this again. 56 degrees is what my computer is telling me we hit earlier today. We are still at 38 at this hour after we started off at 23 this morning. 56? I'm not going to doubt that. That's a pretty high-tech little outfit I got here. Nevertheless, winds out of the east right now at 4, max daily gust 12, sunrise 7:46, and sunset 5:51. We're going to see again tomorrow some pretty decent temperatures into the 40s will go, but it's changes that are on the way. Tonight, we have a 32-degree low expected. We have rain, but not until after 3 a.m. or so. We're going to see rain, maybe a tenth, maybe a quarter of an inch before dawn. Tomorrow, rain continuing throughout your Saturday. How much rain? Maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch during the day, and that will be changing over to snow late tomorrow night. Not a major rain maker. Some showers, light rain on and off. That will change to snow Saturday night and into your Sunday. Tomorrow's high again, 42. Lows tomorrow night, 26. There's the changeover, of course. Light winds out of the north, 3 to 5 miles per hour. The latter half of your weekend is a different story. We're at 26 tomorrow night. We fall to 25 for your Sunday by about 5 p.m. Now, we'll pick up a few degrees after over that 26 on Sunday and build up a little bit, but we're falling right back down to 25 by 5 o'clock, and then we're going to keep falling like a rock until we hit 4 degrees Sunday night. Sunday night, we also have, or Sunday and Sunday night, we've got winds out of the northwest up to 15 miles per hour, and snow chances Sunday night as well to the tune of a 20% shot. That's after 1 to 3 inches during the day on your Sunday. 1 to 3 Sunday. And when it snows, it's going to stick around because you saw Monday was 16 and 5 for your high and your low, and there's the very coldest one of the bunch. 21 and 1. Won't be a bit surprised if there aren't some zeros or a minus degree or two in the viewing area Tuesday night and into your Wednesday. So Monday night, right around 5 right now expected. Tuesday night, 1 or 0 in that area. We'll be with you, of course, on Monday, see if that's going to be adjusted. Hopefully for the better, but right now, it doesn't look so much. Good news is, we're out of all the activity, snow, sleep, shower-wise for a few days. Wednesday, 24 and 13, sunny. Thursday, 37 and 21. Only a 20% chance of some snow right now. Friday of next week, this time next week, 37, 24, mostly sunny, 20% chance of snow. For several days this week, we've been talking about a big snowstorm, a big winter storm out of the south that may or may not make it into this part of the world. Late next week. Right now, not feeling it so much. Before I leave you, please stay safe, stay warm, and stay tuned to Your News Today. I'll be back with you on a very bitter, cold Monday for our next edition. Thank you all for watching, and have a good weekend.